Hey, welcome to Unit 2, everybody. Uh, this is a fun week because we really start delving into the topic of compensation and benefits. We addressed a little bit last week with total rewards and things like that. Really, it was kind of high level, dip your toe in the pool stuff. This week, we're gonna dive into it, jump into the deep end. So, on the screen, you can see the unit module from the course shell. You can read the objectives. You'll find that I figure you're all adults. You don't need me to read it to you, so don't anticipate that I'll do that. But you can see the assigned reading and other materials. There's some important things there, particularly the video on how to design a compensation package. And then you'll also need that information from the Bureau of Labor Statistics because that's where you're going to get your compensation data, unless you have access to a compensation program, which most people do not. So some things over that. There is a discussion this week, so please participate fully. Really enjoyed the discussion in Unit 1. You guys did a great job there. Welcome the introductions. It was nice to meet everybody, both new and students that I've interacted with before. So I hope you enjoy this class. So what we're focusing on this week is essentially looking at building a compensation plan. Now I will tell you, we are really taking a microcosmic look at this because it's a very large process from beginning to end with a number of steps. But we're kind of just taking a look behind the curtain briefly to see what's going on. You're going to develop a recommended compensation plan for the information security analyst as your written assignment. So with that, we want to make sure that we look at the minimum, midpoint, maximum, which is kind of those three elements that you look at in developing a plan, a compensation range, if you will. We also need to ensure that we age the data. So you're going to look and see, when was this data done and or collected, and then we need to age it appropriately, because obviously if you don't, you're going to be lagging. So when I speak of lagging, there's typically three types of pay or compensation. There's the lagging, match, and usually they call it exceeds or there's other terms that they use. So if you lag the market, it means you pay less than what the market says. So let's assume that you're going to hire an administrative assistant or receptionist. You're going to pay her $18 an hour, but the market says starting pay for receptionist is usually $20 an hour. So you're lagging. Now, some companies will do this because they don't have the money, or maybe they're nonprofit, or things like that. Sometimes they'll pay less because they offer better benefits. For example, they cover 100% of the employee's cost of medical coverage and family coverage, which is very expensive. So they've got to trim that total rewards piece a little bit, pay a little less, or there's other benefits that they may provide. Now, a lot of times, most organizations will try and match the market. So if the market says $20 for a receptionist, most places are going to start either just below that $20 mark or right at. If you lead the market, then maybe you're going to pay $22 or $23 an hour. Again, typically most organizations, now some will pay really well and offer great benefits in the hope that they retain folks. And sometimes that's what they're trying to do, is they're using it as a retention and recruiting tool. But generally, most places will do a match versus a lead. The other thing that you'll see is, we're going to pay you $23 an hour, but we have really bad benefits, or we don't pay for any part of the benefits, or things of that nature. So there's trade-offs within that as you're looking at that. So as you look at this information security analyst data, develop your pay range and your market recommendation. Feel free to be a little bit creative. As long as you stay within the confines of what the assignment says, I'm okay with that if you're a little bit creative. The other thing is use your credible references and cite appropriately. That's the other big thing. And then lastly, APA formatting, obviously, because that's part of our academic requirements. So we want to make sure and do that. But so hopefully you can kind of see some of the information for the course this week, and you can go into the course shell and things of that nature. The other thing I want to point out is I do not have standard office hours. However, you can reach out to me, and we can always set up a time to visit online if that's a need. I usually try and respond to emails within 24 hours. If I, for some reason, don't catch it, please let me know, because my intent is to respond within 24 hours to any email, because I want to meet your needs as a student. So, with that in mind, I hope everybody has a great week, and certainly we'll see you in the class. Thanks.